Oh, what a difference the trim makes. I lie? Let's just take a moment to appreciate it. Look to the left, look to the right. Is that behind me? No one. I just needed you to see the back too. Pause. Day 15. I ain't opened this for a while because I got ahead of myself and opened up the next few days. But day 15, we are here. Day 15 of videos, day 15 of Christmas, day 15 of giving back to YouTube. It's been an emotional journey. Started off my day with about an hour-long conversation with LV. I had a good catch-up with him, and it's good to see where he's at. And yesterday I had a long chat with Muller as well, so it's good to catch up with them to see where they're at. I think I'm definitely gonna go link them maybe sometime next week. Today's video is a quick one. I know Leo had a question that he wanted me to answer, so I'm gonna take the opportunity for today to answer that question.
No.
Leo?
What?
Fucking hell. What's wrong with you?
What do you want?
I'm doing a video.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. What do you want?
I wanted to you to remind me of your question.
Oh.
You see? You see all this?
Question,
wait,
my question
wait,
for you is,
wait, before we...
because it's prank season. My hair is itchy, man.
No, come. What's the question?
Alright, pause, bro, man. Yeah, pause.
Pause for come. All right, cool. Forward. What's the question?
The question is, your 34-year-old self now, yeah? Is a little travelled, yeah? So, what would your 34-year-old self go back and tell your 18-year-old self now?
Okay, cool. So, today's question, what would I tell my 18-year-old self? First thing is, what was I doing at 18? I think when I turned 18, I had just come back from a double holiday of Ayia Napa followed by Zante. Around that time, I think I feel like I was an adult. I feel like when I was 18, I was an adult and it would be hard to tell me anything. Hearing advice from somebody older than me, it would go in one ear and out the other. And I say that because I remember being 18 and being preached to by my parents, Leo maybe, anyone. And at the age of 18, 16 to 18, you kind of feel like you know everything already because you are the oldest you've ever been. So in your mind, you know life, and whatever's going on in your life is what's important, and whatever's going on in your life is what's happening. So it's hard. I know that whatever I told myself at 18, I wouldn't have listened. So my first piece of advice would be to my 18-year-old self, would be to take wisdom from people who've experienced. And with that, it doesn't mean that everyone older than you that tells you something is right, but you should always listen and you should always learn. Because me personally, I feel like in life, a lot of lessons you won't learn until you felt the pain of the action. Yeah, a lot of things in life you won't even consider until you've been through it. So somebody telling you from their own experience what they think is right is never really going to land on you. So my first piece of advice would be to myself, and this is assuming that I'm going to listen to myself, would be to listen to other people from their experiences. Try to learn. Try not to learn every lesson yourself. Try to take lessons from other people's mistakes or other people's guidance. That would be my first lesson. The second thing I would say to my 18-year-old self would be, don't rush to grow up. With that, I don't mean stay a child or be childish your whole life. No, not at all. Don't rush to grow up. For me means like, you don't need to find the one. Yeah, you don't need to find your marriage partner at 18. I genuinely don't believe that. I feel like you need to, between the ages of 18 and the next few years of your life, you need to like find yourself. And if you force yourself to find yourself whilst in let's say a toxic relationship, yeah, or one that you've just been in since school, I don't think you'll ever fully find yourself. I think you'll become a shell of who you could be in a relationship. Yeah, I'm not saying like date around. I'm just saying don't rush to grow up. Like, don't rush it. Don't force it. If you're in a relationship where other people are telling you, yo, this don't feel right, or this don't seem right, or she ain't the one, like listen. Because people can see things that you can see, but you're ignoring. So I would definitely tell myself that. It also goes down to having kids. Like, I'm 34 and I don't have kids yet. A lot of people talk to me and say like, right, don't you think you should have kids? Yeah, my plan's always been to have kids around now, like 30 to 35. That's when I wanted to have kids. I've always, my whole life, been in a relationship. I'm never single. Like, and even when I am single, it's like I'm seeing people. Like, I need relationships. So it's not like I've been like some male gigolo my whole life. No, I've had long-term relationships. Even my one with Kyra, we're in our 7th year now. I've been in long-term relationships before. And I'm glad I've gone this far without having children. If I had children early, fine, that would have been the cards I was dealt, and I would have lived that life and had that life. But I feel like the person I am today, I will be a great father. Whereas if I had a kid when I was in my early 20s, I probably wouldn't have been. And that's not to say that people out there that have had their kids young aren't great fathers, not at all. I'm just saying I think I know myself way better than I did then, right now. Another thing I would say, and this one kind of goes because I'm thinking about Tay, yeah, because I don't really give Tay much advice, because when I look at him, when I look at his face when I'm telling him something, I can see the younger me in him. I can see a guy who believes he knows better. But if somebody older than you, especially someone who looks out for you, is telling you something, listen. It goes back to my same point. I think circling back, like I think Tay wants to do things that he believes I did when I was younger, or his dad got away with when he's younger. And because he's seen that or heard about it, he feels that he can get away with them today too. But like, I'll look Tay in the eye and tell him the world's changed and you can't get away with as much these days. So like, listen to the people older than you, man. That would be my advice. In terms of getting a career, or what you want to do in life, or picking what you want to do, whether it's going to uni or college or going straight into a job, my best piece of advice, this is where this one changes a lot for me, yeah? Because I've seen things now which make more sense, right? So my advice to anyone young or an 18-year-old would be, for like Tay, he's picking what he wants to go to college to do. He's choosing to go and do construction, carpentry, just because it's a local college and he doesn't want to go too far and it's an easy course to get into or something. His reasons towards it was that. But then when I ask him what he sees himself doing in the future, it's nothing to do with that. So I would say try to figure out what you enjoy, what you could see yourself doing in the future, and what has the potential to make you a good income. That would be my advice in picking your degree or course of action when leaving education. Don't just do something for the sake of it. I wouldn't advise anyone to just do something that they don't enjoy doing or can't see themselves carrying on in the future. So for you, Tay, when you told me you was going to go to Nescott College to do, I can't remember what you said. It was something like bricklaying or something. And I was like, but you don't want to be outside doing bricklaying. So why are you doing it? Is it because your friends are going to college? So that would be my advice for the education side thing. Another thing I would say, my biggest advice I'd say, is to take note of what you have and who's around you in terms of your parents. Try to show them that you appreciate them more. I hope my mum knows I appreciate her, but I definitely feel like I could have done more to show I appreciated her growing up. With that being said, like, there's still time. Do you know what I mean? It's like I say these things to an 18-year-old self, but I'm like, there's more I could be doing now at 34. So it's a bit deep. I'd also say go for it, man. Don't wait. Don't be lazy. Whatever you're trying to do, as I said, don't grow up too quick and get the kids. Go for what you want to do in life. I see so much when I was 18, it's different to an 18-year-old now. So like, I see 13 and 14-year-olds turning into entrepreneurs right now. And it's crazy because I remember when I was 13 and 14, it was about playing out. It weren't really much, it weren't no business orientated things going on. It was all about just being outside. Whereas a 14-year-old now might not even go out of their house. They're setting up YouTube channels like this, or they're running drop shipping businesses and stuff. It's weird. Like, I'm like, it's kind of crazy to think. If I could go back to my 18-year-old self, I'd say, look out for the waves and jump on them early. The internet was a wave. YouTube was a wave. Even to this point right now, AI technology is a wave. Like, if you're not jumping on these waves, then you're gonna miss out. And I say this, and am I at 30, I said 35, adding years. Am I at 34 jumping on the waves, the AI? No, I'm not. Missing it. I think those are the only things I could think to say to myself at 18. I probably will come back to this video because I'll probably have a deeper thought on it once I know what I'm like, because I'm sitting here with the light on and the camera on, I'm sitting here thinking, what would my advice be to an 18-year-old self? But the truth is, it'll probably come to me later. Pause. But yeah, I think that's all I would say. Those are the things I'd say. Don't rush love. Don't grow up too quick. Appreciate your parents. Think about the decisions you're making in terms of where you want to go in life. Don't just follow fashion or follow the easiest route. Actually consider where it is. Listen to your elders. Try to learn from other people's experiences. You don't have to fall down all the time to understand that falling down hurts. Sometimes you can see somebody else fall down and think, right, that looks like it hurt. I don't want to do that. Especially if that person's telling you how they tripped and fell and telling you how you can avoid it. Try to listen to it. Yeah, man. Also, just understand you're still growing, and until I would tell my 18-year-old self that even at the age of 30, you're still going to be trying to figure out life. So don't worry about the fact that you don't understand what's going on right now. And don't worry when you get to 20 and you still don't understand what you're doing and what's going on right now. And when you get to 25 and 26 and 27 and 30, and when I look at people that are in their 40s and they still are trying to figure out what they're doing in life and making drastic changes to their life and turning their lives around. So I'd say live your life. Don't worry, don't stress. Yeah, that's it. That's my advice to my 18-year-old self. Yeah, man. And look, I'm sorry today's video isn't that dramatic, but I will say this. I will do this. Because today's a Friday, I've got some work to do, and it's a date night tonight for me and my Kyra. We're going out for a little date night. But tomorrow is Saturday, and tomorrow I want to get out of the house. So I am going to roll this dice, and tomorrow will be... No, I'm not doing a good deed again. Boring. Truth, good deed. Let's just pick one. I'm going to do a challenge tomorrow. Tomorrow is a challenge. I'm going to pick challenge because I think challenge brings out the best video. A challenge can be anything. It's normally quite competitive. It can involve other people. I want you lot to comment in today's video what you want the challenge to be, who you want to be involved in it. Just write some challenges in today's comments, yeah? Tomorrow's video will be a challenge. That will be day 16. Because I'm only hyper-focused on these YouTube videos, I'm not actually clocking how close Christmas is, and I haven't bought a single gift yet. And I know Kyra's been buying little bits here and there. I found one the other day, but she don't know that I know that. I still act surprised. And we'll also find out if Kyra watches my videos through to the end, because unless she does, she won't know that I've seen it. But yeah, I've been your boy, Bailey London. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know it does great things for the channel. Peace.